It's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2022 Volvo XC60 and its 15-speaker Bowers and Wilkins audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at the Android Automotive infotainment system, take a look at audio adjustments, controls, inputs, no Android Auto, and no Apple CarPlay. We'll talk about that in a second. Then we're going to go out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're tired of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. There you can hear member-only tracks. I'll probably try to do a little bit of a members-only sound system review of this car, so if you're interested in supporting the channel, check the link in the description or the join button. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at it. This is the T8 Polestar version of the XC60. It's actually a little bummed we got this model because I thought we were going to get a T6, one of the more normal models, but I do really love this car because here in 22 it's got more EV range, I think a little bit more power, and it's just a great all-around package. Efficient, powerful, practical, attractive, good sound system. What more could you want? If you do want to see more on the XC60, check the links in the description. We'll have our videos linked there. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system. However, with the new Android Automotive system here, you actually cannot play music through a USB drive plugged into the system. So unfortunately, we're going over Bluetooth, something I don't like doing because of the losslessness through Bluetooth. It's not a lossless input, but we gotta work with what we got here. So we're going through Bluetooth with the phone, but I still have my high-quality binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. And we recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. So let's take a look at those now. As I said, this is the new Android Automotive screen that's been going into all the Volvos now for 22. Started out with just Polestar cars, but similar setup to the old Census system, but different in operation. Let's go here and then up to sound. Quick side note, the resolution on this font doesn't look very good. Isn't that kind of weird how it's kind of grainy here, but go to here and everything looks really nice? Anyway, sound, you have a few different options here. You got studio over on the left. So studio is going to give you the most realistic, not realistic, but true to recording sound. Few enhancements or any artificialness. You can go through all, driver, or rear for different sound focuses. That's kind of nice too, and you can entirely turn off the front or rear as well, which is nice. Those back on. Then below that, you've got treble, mid-range, no mid-range, just treble, bass, and subwoofer. Let's go through those. Oh, song's already over? That's fast. I'm just gonna back it up a little bit here. I'm disappointed not to have a mid-range adjustment, or even better, a 5 or 9 band equalizer, but I guess we just gotta run with it. Stage, that's gonna give you sort of a mid-range artificial sort of surround. The cool thing is you can adjust both the intensity of the surround and the envelopment, so how surround it is. I'm gonna make a little Pac-Man there. Let's go through and play with those. Every now and then I like to listen in this mode. I usually do about this setup right here. So not super intense, not super enveloped, but just a little bit of breadth and width added to the music. Then on top of that, you have two different rooms you can choose from. The concert hall and jazz club. And I'm kind of disappointed that they got rid of the gimmicky little descriptions on here, because in the previous systems, they actually said that this is the Gothenburg Symphony Music Hall or something like that, and sort of gave a little paragraph about history on it. And then you've also got Jazz Club, and this is the Nefertiti Jazz Club somewhere in, I think, Stockholm. I don't think it's in Gothenburg, but it might be. Again, I would know if they still had the description, but let's play through some of those as well. jazz club. Concert hall. And yeah, it's gimmicky, but I gotta admit, it's cool being able to turn on a live recording of some of my favorite songs and turn it into concert hall. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm really there. That's kind of fun. All right, let's switch to our next track here and go through audio controls. We've got this nice volume knob right here, right where it's always been for recent Volvos. Good clicks, easy to grab for either driver or passenger. We've also got up and down on the right side of the steering wheel. For track selection, you've got physical controls here. You can use the touch screen if you're on the right area, or you can use right and left right by the volume controls on the right side of the wheel. For audio inputs in the new QX60, sorry, have I been saying QX60? XC60. Definitely switch those around sometimes. We had a QX60 last week. XC60. That kind of is a point of contention here because you don't have... Do you have AM radio? No AM radio, just FM. I don't see any ability to do AM radio here. So no AM radio, just FM. You do have Sirius XM built into the car now, so that's nice. Bluetooth. Now, the manual of the car, the owner's manual says right here that it has CarPlay. It says plug in an iPhone with support for CarPlay into the USB port with the white frame, if CarPlay's been previously used, etc. But the car itself, I don't find any ability to do CarPlay support. So I'm going through applications. I mean, I haven't seen any sort of CarPlay support in here. So I don't know if it's still waiting on some sort of system update or whatever, but either way, if it did have support for CarPlay, you would have to go wired, no wireless. No Android Auto, because this is Android Automotive. They figure you can just install apps on here and use it that way. And so that is pretty much it. You have a lot of different streaming services built in, but like Amazon Music, for example, I installed the Amazon Music app, but it's not full Amazon Music. It's just this basic Discover thing. So even though I'm logged in, I can't access any of my playlists or my library or anything like that, and I also can't search for a specific song. So Amazon Music is not full high def, it's not lossless, and it also isn't the full-fledged app. So that's frustrating. You do have things like YouTube Music, Spotify, I'm sure you can install Pandora, there's iHeartRadio, but you're missing 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, you're missing that CarPlay and Android Auto, and frustratingly, like I said at the beginning, you can't do USB audio in, so it's really hard to get lossless audio to play through the system, and that's frustrating because this Bowers and Wilkins system is excellent, and it's a shame that it's being nerfed by lossy formats. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 15 speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got one door woofer, two kind of combo here, mid-range tweeter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Into the back, you have 9, 10, 11, 12, up the trunk, 13, 14 up on the roof, and then a subwoofer in here making 15. Alright, since we don't have any Apple CarPlay or Android Auto support on this one, we're gonna get this stuff put away and get out on the road. sound quality perspective, there is nothing that this system does wrong. It's tight, it's crisp, it's well balanced, it's powerful. Everything from the high highs, mid highs, mid ranges, mid lows, and lows is satisfying. It's well balanced, and if only this were actual lossless hi-fi played through USB rather than having to be compressed through Bluetooth, it would probably sound just even that much better. For this next song, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see how it sounds. Bass and subwoofer, I should say. There's a little bit of sloppiness. It does kind of sound a little hollow when it's hitting those hard basses, but I'm still getting a lot of mirror shakage. I'm feeling it in my leg hair and my seat. It's an impressive amount of bass. In this song, about partway through, I'll switch it over to the stage settings. My thoughts on the 2022 XC60 Bowers and Wilkins system. This is one of the best, ladies and gentlemen. The Volvo systems all sound good, but when you get a B&W, when you spend that extra $3,000 or so to step up to the system, you are getting one of the best audio systems available on the new car market. There's just no way around it. You get a good amount of sound adjustments. I do wish there were a 5 or 9 band equalizer. I think Volvo could step up to that point. Now, I'm not saying it's necessary because it's so well balanced as it is. I don't need to change anything. But I do think when you're going for that extra wow factor, I mean, just program it in there. Give people more to cheer about, I suppose. And I'm not a big fan of the lack of inputs. Like I said, the fact that even though this is a high tier, top quality system, I can't get lossless audio in from my phone or my USB stick. That's really frustrating. But despite that, this thing is an S tier system. Getting back to Volvo Bowers and Wilkins, man, I'm loving it. I love listening to my music on this car, and I wish I could have one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more in the car, just shot a members only sound test with a lot of other tracks, so check that out. I'll throw the link in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.